What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here, and I'm bringing you a brand new reaction video. But before that, about 80% of you guys watching are not subscribed. That means two things, either you're new or you're returning, and hopefully this is the video that gets you that subscribe button. Today, the new goal for this channel is 400,000 subscribers, and the only way we can do that is by you right there hitting that subscribe button. I can feel it rising. I can feel it. Keep hitting the subscribe button. Keep doing it. One day we'll even go even further beyond and hit 1 million subscribers. So hit that subscribe button today. What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here for another reaction, and you see what's on the screen. You see the video's title, you probably see the thumbnail. We're diving into some Twitter and YouTube drama. I don't normally do a lot of this, but because it's upcoming, the Hazbin Hotel stuff is around the corner for me, and I'm looking forward to checking out the series. This has been blowing up everywhere, and I kid you not, today alone, as watching, like looking into this stuff, I saw so many different reactions, so many different people talking about this either on YouTube or Twitter, so many people, and I decided, you know what, I will sit down and do a reaction. And also I had a ton of people in the comments of my videos in the last couple days, and a ton of people, well, not a ton, but a good bit of people asking me in my live reaction stream I just had a couple days ago. By the way, check out, look out for those streams because I do them on the weekends. If you guys are interested in supporting me and getting a little bit extra by getting a video reacted to through the live reaction stream, then check that out. But this song right here, or this AMV right here, apparently Verbalaze is a channel that does animations and all that stuff, and I did do a reaction to him a long time ago, but I haven't thought about his channel in such a long time. I believe the last video I watched of his was the Vegeta versus Shadow the Hedgehog rap battle. I could be wrong. I could have done more, but that's the only one I can remember. And apparently, this is the video that everyone's been talking about. He made it. He spent 50K on a AMV that puts him in a kind of a what seems to be as a very lovey-dovey AMV with Charlie from Hazbin Hotel. So I don't know the full context of everything. So if you guys want to update me on anything, more facts or anything like that that you guys want me to know about, by all means, let me know about it. But not only are we going to check out this music video, by the way, I will not be playing the music because it is heavily copyrighted, and I will be checking out. You guys will see my reaction, but you guys won't be able to hear the music. If you guys want, you guys probably can find this music video yourself. I also have this video right here, which you'll have an easier time seeing when I turn this off, by a channel that I've seen a few times here and there, and I believe I reacted to one of his videos in the past during a live reaction stream or two. This guy spent 50K on for Hazbin Hotel AMV. We're going to check this out. Most likely he's going to break down a little bit more information maybe I don't have. I'm going to drop a like, and of course this video right here we're about to watch will be linked down below in the description to show your support. Now, I'm not like a person who would go out of their way to tell you how to spend your money or anything like that, but you got to be more safe. And it does suck because I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe this all got leaked. Like the entire music video, how much money he spent on it, everything got leaked, and he has just been getting became the internet clown, and his channel is not even a small channel. It's got like 5 million subscribers. So yeah, I don't know the full details, and apparently he also was financially having issues, and he even in doing this right here made it even worse. So I don't know. If you guys want to explain more, down below in the comments. I'm going to leave my background music on because the music itself from this music video is copyrighted and I will not have it unmuted. I will keep it muted for you guys. I'm going to mute my desktop audio and I can actually hear it myself then, so I can see what the music video is all about. And yeah, if you guys want to check this out yourself, by all means, but let's just dive into this chaos that apparently the internet is going all over right now. So, let's see it. And once again, you guys won't be hearing the sound from the video. Only I'm hearing it. It's all over Twitter and all over YouTube in some sense. Okay. Uh. Off the bat, the animation's actually really good. Now, animation's not cheap, but I don't know about paying $50,000 for a 3-minute animation. Damn. Why am I getting yandere vibes from Charlie right now? Song ain't too bad. I've never listened to the song myself, but it's also a little on the creepy side with the lyrics. So far, this is not that bad. A lot of people... also, like I said, I've seen some thumbnails and some other stuff. This is not that bad. This is pretty okay. Although it is giving kind of stalkerish vibes with how her face has been animated and stuff. Okay, she just basically said, you guys didn't hear it, but she basically just said, if you try to run, I'm hunting you down no matter what. Oh. Okay. I don't know where this is going, but I know about this part. YouTube, be nice. How far are they about to take this? Okay, the animator, the animator gave her big titties. Oh my fucking god! What was that? Oh my god! What? 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 No! And what is that face? Oh god, do I even continue from this point? Oh no! What the fuck? I'm glad this is censored. I don't know if this is like normally supposed to be censored, but I'm glad it's censored. No, no, you don't do this. You don't. This is animation's not terrible, but you don't do this for it's not 50,000. And also, oh my god, this is so bad. No wonder people are roasting him. Okay, that's as far as it goes. All right. I was about to say. It's embarrassing that he probably did this, but I've seen worse. But at the same time, I can see why there's some things about this that is a little bit, and I see some of the people like who've like comment about the whole situation where Charlie's forcing herself on him. Yes, it is getting in that route, but it's weird because it's a commission from the dude. Like say if this wasn't a commission from the dude that animated character is supposed to represent it, because he's the one. It's just like that area where it's his money and he wanted, it's his fantasy, I guess. I don't know. It's just it is what it is, but at the same time, it's not as unsafe for work as I thought it would be. I thought this would be a little bit worse. I honestly thought I was ready with some stuff to make sure it was censored or anything like that. Anyways, that being said, we're gonna get to the next video that goes into probably more details, all that stuff. I'm turning off the background music right now, and we're gonna check out this video. Once again, check out the link for the original video down below. This guy spent $50,000 for a Hazbin Hotel AMV. So let's check this out. See how it see what he gives me more information on, breakdown and all that kind of stuff. And also, I don't mind seeing some people get roasted when it comes to stuff like this, but you just, once again, if you have the money, or even if you don't have the money, don't spend it. Like, from my understandings, I don't think he had the money to spend on this thing, and he did. All right, let's go. God. Oh my God, he went that far? I'm shocked. I'm shocked he I'm shocked he did that on Twitch. Oh, duh. I'm dumb. You guys haven't heard anything because the desktop audio was still muted. Okay. So, sorry about that. All right.
But here we are. Yeah. This entire situation is a complete and utter confusing rabbit hole.
I'm so glad I noticed that only 30 seconds into the video over the whole video.
Just spent the last hour and a half on my Twitch trying to decipher and research and investigate what's going on, but it's like super confusing and it just grows more and more confusing. To provide some context, the situation here is about this hideaway AMV. And let me explain what that is. There's a YouTube channel by the name of Verbalaze. Features this guy who does something called cartoon beatbox battles. And the story goes that he spent...
There was a rap battle between Patrick and Thanos? What?
$50,000 on essentially an animated Hazbin Hotel AMV. This AMV was around 3 minutes long, almost. 2D animated, and again...
Yeah, I don't think that's worth $50,000. I'm really going to say that right now. And it's like borderline softcore. Let's be honest. It's borderline softcore.
Allegedly cost $50,000 to make. And the weird thing is that, like a few days ago, this popped up on Twitter. Folks were like, whoa, look at this AMV for Hazbin Hotel. And I saw it. I'm like, what's the story behind this? Oh, it's the guy from the Cartoon Beatbox YouTube channel, which, again, is not a small channel. It's a very popular channel. We'll talk more about that here in a second. But, like, why is his cartoon avatar running from Charlie? What's going on here? Why is Charlie chasing him down? What's happening here? What was the purpose of this animated short? And I'm like, did he put this up on his channel? Because Verbalaze, his YouTube channel, is mostly like a bunch of iconic like characters beatboxing.
Deadpool versus SpongeBob.
Groot versus Pennywise, or Thanos versus Patrick. These videos are so, like, I'd say infamous, but, you know, popular.
There's the one I reacted to a long time ago, the Vegeta versus Shadow.
Such good meme energy that I see a lot of these beatboxing like clips being used for shitpost. And I'm like, okay, so that's the guy from those videos. what's he doing here with Charlie? Was this on his channel? So I went to go look for it. I couldn't find it anywhere. At least a good copy. I found like this 360p version on YouTube. It was like, you know, really low quality.
Yeah, I think that's what was popping around at start, was just like really low quality versions of it, and now there's like HD versions everywhere.
And I couldn't find anything anywhere else. It was a complete and utter mystery. So of course I was hooked. I'm like, what happened here? There's got to be a story. And the story goes with quite a few alleged claims. One, that this bankrupt the guy's channel. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean bankrupt? Did he declare bankruptcy? Is that a term that's being loosely thrown around? Let's dig more into that, I said.
Okay, so this is interesting because I don't know too much about this whole situation. I did hear that this financially hurt his channel, but I don't know to what extent.
And I looked, and the most I could figure out is, okay, his channel has been on the decline. He's made videos saying that beatbox battles haven't made as much money and haven't had as many views as they once had. Because this guy's channel made like over 100 million views with his highest performing video. And then a bunch under that are like 50 million, 30 million, 20 million, 20 million. So like he bats pretty high. He's got a pretty big like viewer threshold as far as how many views he gets on these episodes.
That's no slouch numbers right there. He made a good bit of money off of those videos. God damn.
However, said views have dropped as of late. Look, I think he's starting to get a dose of reality. And we can only say that, okay? He's made a video saying, hey, we're not getting as many views as we once were, and we're in trouble, and I need support on Patreon, and I need your support here and there through, you know, hey, we're doing a contest, for example, and you can do 10 seconds of animation, and I might choose you, and I might use it for a video, which is not for his main series, but some like standalone video, but still that's we'll talk more about that here in a
He's trying to get basically some free labor.
bit. But as far as us saying, like, is he bankrupt? Depends. Did he spend $50,000 on this AMV? And all we have to go off of are screen capped Discord messages, which, you know, I'm trying to use a critical lens here. I don't want to take anything for just 100% face value, okay? Because that leads to misinformation potentially, and Discord messages can be easily forged. So yes, we've got these Discord message screen caps where you got Verbalace saying, yeah, I spent $47,000 on this Hazbin Hotel AMV. It's based off this music video, which unfortunately for the person who made that music, that song, Hideaway, I think it's called like Snidsum or something like that. Hold on, I got it written down. Snapson? Man, I feel bad for you. Your music video and your song has been completely commandeered. It's gone. You will no longer have this song for yourself. It now belongs to the people and the internet, really. The messages go that he made this, not for his main channel, because it might get tagged by YouTube. And again, this is around 2021 is when these messages say they were typed. So 3 years back or so.
Holy shit.
I will say that there's some timing here that looks rough on his end, because his rhetoric of like things getting worse on his channel started about 3 years ago. He had a video not too long ago where he also said like, yo, we're not doing so well. We're not getting our, you know, views as high as they once were.
Oh no. So he spent this money on that and then asked, or maybe he asked for help and then spent. Ooh, you don't do that. You don't do that.
AKA lower viewership equals less money. Apparently these episodes cost $20,000 to $30,000 each for the actual official episodes of the rap battles or the beatboxing battles on his channel.
What the God damn! Oh, they are pretty lengthy episodes, but god damn!
So that means 3 years ago, in theory, according to these Discord messages, he decided to drop an alleged $47,000 on this standalone project that wasn't going to be on his main channel. I think he realizes it wouldn't work on his main channel, that he was going to do it on a second channel or some other side hustle, that I guess it was uploaded to that.
Or at least do something on like through Patreon, maybe. I could see that, like an exclusive video for Patreon, maybe. That's at least somewhat of a business decision.
Channel, then removed, became a bit of lost media. Some people on Discord claimed that they had the video, shared it, uploaded it, and that now the cat's out of the bag. Pandora's box has been open because we're all looking at this going, what was the point? Why did you make this? Was this just for you? Was this for viewers? What was the objective here? There's a lot of fog of war here. We're not really sure. Apparently, also a 15-year-old allegedly animated this.
What?
I don't know if I believe that 100%. Because like the animation itself isn't poorly done. It's not bad.
No, the animation's actually solid. I just don't know if I would say it's worth the price tag. And a 15-year like this is really decent animation.
It's competent. And to have a 15-year-old do this alone, that's a high order. I don't know if I believe that. Maybe someone young worked on it. And the thing is, we don't know anything about the folks who, like, who's Chase? What's this watermark? How many folks were involved in this? Was it 1, 2, or was it a larger production? Who made this? I respect, they want to remain anonymous, but at this point, we don't know. We know so little. But that being said, let's...
At this point, it's going to be eventually found out, probably.
Let's get this straight out the gate. If he did go to folks who are less than 18 to make this, yeah, not a good idea. It's never a good idea.
Also, why would you... That's a lot of money to give to a 15-year-old if that's true. That is a ton of money.
I stand by that for, like, basically anything. Discord servers, no minors allowed. Projects, no minors allowed. It's just you're asking for trouble. And there's even, like, some Discord message from, like, the server he has with some mod being like, as of late, we know that this video is going viral and we're trying to ban it and keep it out of the server because it's kind of inappropriate and we've got children on our server. And it's like, the guy who made the server and the kids who join your server, do you see the connection here? Like, maybe he shouldn't have made this. Maybe this was not...
Well, to be fair, I don't think he was trying to let this public. That's the one thing I will say. He wanted this made, it seemed like, for himself, if anything. But why spend that much money? I don't know. I don't think it's worth it just for yourself. That's just not worth it. If it was a business decision for the channel or for something,
the best optics.
I don't know.
And that's what I'm getting.
And that's another thing though with say Patreon. Say this was an exclusive Patreon thing that people can support them for and then get access to. They would have to be 18 or older to be able to view this video through Patreon. And yeah, that would be a reason to at least have it, and that would be a good reason to monetize off of it for taxes and other things purpose.
Yeah, is that like the entire optics of this project seem quite foolish, where it's like, I don't think you quite knew what you were doing here. Because at the end of the day, if this is just you dropping a big bag to make a self-serving, self-insert video that kind of hits your persuasions, okay, fine. But putting it up on YouTube or trying to get any kind of return on investment didn't work, dude. It really backfired. Hey, by the way, mad props to the animation folks and the artists who got paid. Props to you. I think that's awesome. I will always be like, can you imagine, what if it was a 15-year-old who made this, all right? Again, there's some problems there, but like, can you imagine being 15 and having $50,000 given to you in theory, if that is the case? Here's the thing.
That'd be nuts.
Let's say we cut it down to 1/10. Well, let's say it was just 1/10 of 50,000. That's still $5,000. That's not a small amount. What I'm getting at
not for a 15-year-old.
The money that was spent didn't really provide the it did not yield the results to justify its creation, especially when you've got videos where you're like, we're on the decline, we're getting blacklisted, the YouTube notification's not working. We're gonna start having animators submit their own animated 10 seconds worth of animation for a project that might get picked. And if we do pick it, 1 out of 9 people might get a plushie. No. That's not cool. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. There's collaborations, like I do a lot of reanimation projects, or I've done one and I'm currently working on another. You've got to have good optics for that. that it's a rising tide lifting all boats, that it's nonprofits. But to do it where it's like, this is obviously folks submitting a lot of animation to your channel and to claim it's a community thing, it just makes me feel iffy. It rubs me in the wrong way because you're asking people to give you free work, essentially.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt like it was too.
Ironic that you're like, my channel is dying. No one's watching my.
10 seconds of animation is still not easy to do. It's still a good bit of work.
My videos. We only got 1.4 million views compared to the nearly 5.5 million on my channel for subscribers. We're dying here. However, I'll pay you an exposure if you help me out. Again.
Never agree to be paid an exposure. That's so bullshit.
And bad optics.
I am looking for 9 animators and content creators to...
It's as bad as, oh, work for me and you'll get a shout out, or oh, work for me and I'll pin your comment. So stupid.
Help create a segment in Luigi's Beatbox. Luigi's Beatbox has been divided into 9 different parts, with each part consisting of 10 seconds, which means you guys, whoever you are, will have 10 seconds to animate or create their portion of the video. It'll help you win the contest. Yes, contest. Out of the 9 people chosen, one of you will win a signed Verbal Ace plushie. But even if you don't...
No. This is just scam.
Win, your channel will still get...
Okay, with this information right here, I don't doubt why people are completely roasting this man.
Promoted on my channel, you can tell your friends, hey, I did a part in Luigi's Beatbox. It's gonna be really cool. So it's a win-win situation. I can't put out videos.
It's a win for you to make more money and them to possibly have a 1 in 10th chance of getting a signed plushie. Do you hear the sarcastic clap in my hands? Yeah. Great job. No.
If they aren't being watched by anyone. My last video of Pikachu versus Groot doesn't even match the amount of subscribers I have.
So yeah, it's
1.4 million views is still goddamn good.
A lot of Discord screen caps, a lot of hearsay. We can't 100% confirm it, but like, let's say if we work off of a worst case scenario here, like it looks pretty bad. You spent a lot of money for money that you probably shouldn't have spent. You should have been saving it for your actual projects, and you wasted a lot of money on something that didn't really give you a return on investment. And being the YouTuber that he is, I'd imagine he has to have some degree of
like, I remember the Shadow the Hedgehog versus Vegeta. That was some really solid, good animation, and it was a lengthy video. That being a couple thousand, like $10,000, $20,000, I could kind of see that because there's a lot of animation. 3 minutes, 50K, no.
Business savviness to know, like, hey, I'm spending a lot. Where does it go to? Because like, even if it's a complete wipe, you have to accept that loss and say, worst case scenario, I don't get any return on investment here. Like, I've been there. I released this like 20 seconds worth of rap battle for this project that was for the Jehovah Witness cartoon I'm working on. I'm still working on it, and I might end up scrapping it, but I accept that loss. And I look at the product and I go, hey, it's still a really cool final result with Moses rapping. That's fine. It's not going to bankrupt me. However, spending so much money on a 3-minute...
Yeah, no, this right here was a complete train wreck loss.
Animated AMV, that's a different animal. Like, let's break it down. If it's like 1 frame, you know, let's say they're getting paid $10 per frame, okay? 24 frames per second, let's go with that, times 3 minutes or whatever, it roughly crunches out to like over $45,000, give or take. I could be wrong with my estimates with how I'm trying to quantify this, but still, the entire $50,000 price point, initially I was like, that can't be that much, right? And then I watched the AMV a few times, and folks would be like, yeah, I'm sure you did, bastard. But like, yeah, that's not impossible. Animation's not cheap. It's not.
I agree. Animation is not cheap, but I don't know if I would still do 50K for 3 minutes. That's...
Him, of all people, would understand that. That it's like, because now he's been on the decline, going from 100 million, 50 million, 20 million, and now his recent projects aren't doing so hot. And the thing is, like, you need those pie in the sky, lofty views in order to justify your $20,000 to $30,000 production per episode. You're running a big machine here, and in order to make it financially sustainable, you need ultra viral levels of viewership. And to be fair, there's enough precedent on his channel viewership wise to justify it. But like when you look at this AMV though, it's like you have to know, because this is post adpocalypse, you have to know this wasn't going to be a financial return. On
No.
the main channel, on a second channel, so was it just for you? And I do wonder about how much extras on this side that we viewers didn't see. Because I guess for context, I should have said this early in the video, the entire animation's about his OC running from Charlie, from Hazbin Hotel, don't tell Vaggie, by the way, chasing him through hell, and then her tying him down and bedding him as it goes. That's it. So
Yeah.
and there's like some Discord message where he's saying like, oh, the original music video is like disgusting. This one will be better. And it's like, I don't know, dude. I guess good luck. And lo and behold, it kind of backfired. And here's the thing: I wanted to find out if these Discord messages are true. I wanted to find what's valid, what's actually legitimate. I tried to join the Discord server he has. It's currently on lockdown, so surprise, surprise. So I can't really verify that. These Discord
And going back years though, that would take a lot of effort. Years on the Discord.
messages could be fake. We don't know. We don't know. We have to at least be critical enough to say that. But if we take everything in its entirety, okay, if we work out a worst case scenario here, this guy threw away $50,000 on a project that gave him no return on investment, and he did it in a way that it wasn't done through a production means that was on the level or probably best practices here, okay? And that he never had the intention of making this work for him. Best case scenario here is that he spent, you know, let's do 1/10 or 1/5 or whatever. Let's say he spent $10,000, okay? That's no small amount of money.
Still not a small amount, but it's better than 50,000.
He spent money on a project that was just for him, and that was it. It was not meant for anybody else, but it got out, and it's hard to explain. If it was just for you and there was no return on investment, then dude, you spent money you now profess to not have while your channel's on a decline and you don't know what to do to save it. Like here, I can at least have some pity for YouTubers who, like, here's the thing, not every YouTuber
Animation route is pretty tough on
There
YouTube.
There will be a time where the channel goes down on the decline. Your time in the spotlight's over, and you got to be ready for that. You got to know how to spend money on expenses, production, save it. All right, you don't have some company paying you and matching your 401k or whatever and putting money away. That's all on you. You got to be a good steward of your money, because eventually the good times will run out and you have to fall back on your savings. And if you're taking your savings that you don't really financially can justify what it's going toward, and you drop that much money on a project that's not really going to give you any kind of return, that's on you, dude. That's a
Even if I had like millions of dollars, I don't think I would do something like this. No, not even if I had a situation where 50,000 was more like felt like spending $100 or something like that. No, not worth it. Definitely no. There's no justifying it to me. There's nothing.
that's bad, a bad business decision. So I guess overall, look at the bad choices here and learn from
Hey,
them.
thank you for subscribing.
All right, don't spend money you don't have. If you are
Exactly.
spending money on projects that you hope to get a return on, know that there's a viable business strategy, a way to get that return on investment, or accept that if you're spending that much money, you might lose it, and you need to know what to do once you do lose that money. Will you be okay? If you're not, then don't spend that much money on a project. Try to rethink it or don't do it. Also, like with this exposure video, as far as like, I'll pay you an exposure, I don't like that
That was so bad. That was so bad. Please don't fall for something like that.
either. That's a bad look. there's a better way to reframe that. If you want to work with your community and have fun, then do a smaller project, do fan art or something, but to basically tell folks, hey, do 10 seconds of animation, we might use it, and I'll pay you an exposure, maybe a plushie. Oh, I don't know, man. That's, you should be paying them no matter what when it's that much work. 10 seconds of animation's not cheap. Nor is 3 minutes.
No, it's not.
Apparently. So yeah, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here. A very unusual kind of video. There's definitely a rabbit hole. I think the truth's out there. I just don't know how to find it. And it's a confusing situation. I gotta say, learn from this. All right, especially if you're a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or whatever, and you've got money, know how to save it, know how to use it, and don't be throwing that much money at a project that you have no idea where the pieces may fall, because it can completely backfire. Could he rally and maybe you can get a beatboxing video out of Charlie versus himself or something? Hey, maybe there's a springboard here going on he can use. I don't know, but overall, this is something where it goes to show you have to have a strategy when it comes to doing animated projects, and you have to know your budget. And that's a lesson to learn here. So, but what do you all think? Tell me down below in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.
Okay, so the timing couldn't have been more like crazy and uncanny here. I
thought the video was actually over. Yeah, there's still a few minutes. Okay, something must have come up.
Rendering my video, and I just got an update. I have a friend who is an animator. I'm gonna keep them anonymous. Who actually hit me up, being like, "Hey, I see you're working on this. Here's some information." I was contacted by him to be the animator to do this project back in the day, and here's some emails and some, I guess, receipts to show what he was getting at. So confirmed, he had initially, I think he was aiming for 20 to 30,000, went up to 50,000. And that this video was never meant for his main channel. It was never meant to be any thing that would give him a return on investment. This really was just a personal project, not business, but for his own I guess, private selection as it goes, which seems to be the case because he had the video privated, and then in this correspondence, he's like, I don't know what to do with this. Buddy, you just spent $50,000, which is like the equivalent of a down payment for a nice home. And
a nice home, a really fucking good car, stuff like that.
You don't know what you're doing with your final product. Because now I wonder, I feel that it was like, to him, a self-perceived righteous cause. Ah, yes, this previous music video was trash and not good. Mine's better. And also features an interracial couple, which, that's totally fine and cool. But like the optics of just taking the money and throwing it away. And then there's videos on your channel where you're like, the algorithm sucks, guys. The channel might be dying. I'm not doing so great. Your equivalent of the 50 grand could have been maybe 2 episodes of your own show that generates you money. So ultimately, it's confirmed that the guy didn't have a game plan. This was a personal project. He was just that, I guess, turned on for Charlie.
Get some help. There's better methods. There's cheaper methods. Get some help.
And that seems to be the story. Bad management of resources and having an idea for a project that really doesn't give you anything back in return to such a high degree, high stakes. And also it seems that the entire question of was the Animator 15, nah, that didn't happen. That was just made up on Twitter.
Okay.
This was a team of professionals who he inquired and worked with ultimately. And that's still a bit of a mystery. I'm not sure who those people were, but he was vetting out well-seasoned professional animators initially to get this done. So it's very likely that's who eventually,
if it was multiple animators and everything, that does add up. Yeah,
actually did this were people who knew what they were doing, because again, that other source hearsay. So yeah, confirmed. This was just a crazy hell of a side project that ultimately cost him a lot of money and didn't give him much anything in return. What a weird story.
Very weird. If there's any other information you guys want me to know about, you guys can let me know down below in the comments. But there you guys go. The good few of you guys who've been asking me to check out this video, watch the AMV and all that other stuff. And when I saw this on my feed, I was like, you know, I'll add this to the reaction. Maybe I'll have a little bit more dissecting, more information. And we did. We got a lot more information on the whole situation. Well, it is what it is, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, and look out for more reactions every day. Hazbin Hotel around the corner and everything. Stay tuned for that. All right, later.